Hello and welcome to Magical Maiden's Reviews. I'm Magical Maiden, and today what I have for you is a digital photo frame by Jaihonda on Amazon. And that's Jaihonda, and that will be, again, Jaihonda on Amazon. And before we get started, I want to let you know that when you're done watching this video, to look below this video in the description box for the link to this digital photo frame on Amazon. So let's get started. All right, so this is what it is. It's a digital photo frame, and I'm unboxing it with you, seeing it for the first time. And it tells you a little bit about it on the box. And then on the other side, the box will look like that. So it does come in two colors, black and white. I chose the black one. So let's get into this video right now. So the first thing you're going to find is an AC adapter. And it's cute. I believe this might be a stand, but I'm going to have to look because I haven't seen it. It's cute. It's got a little smiley face on it. So that's the AC adapter with a pretty long cord, it looks like. It also has a remote because you could control it with a remote. So if you're across the room and you have this, all you have to do is press a button, turn it on, choose what you want. Comes with two batteries, which is for the remote, I believe. Okay. And that should be it. Okay, so it's going to be packaged pretty good. It's going to be packaged pretty well for protection. You'll get your user guide, and in it, it tells you pretty much, it has a diagram inside, it shows you what each button is, so if you're confused, you don't know what any button is on the back, what any button on the controls or on your remote, you can see that easily here. And then you have your index, and then it just shows you all of the things that you can do with this, okay? So now I'm going to take the packaging off. We don't need that right now. It'll be covered in this bag. This is well packaged because you don't want your things damaged. Now, it's also going to have a protective film. And you see on the corner, all you do is peel it off. And there you go. Okay. So I'm going to get into it with you as I have not seen it. You can see my camera. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip it over because this is where all the controls will be. So the first thing I want to show you is where you're going to put your little stand. Now if you're going to hang this up, you can either hang this up or put it on a desk or a table or anything, or a shelf. So this would be the little stand with the smiley face, and you could see unlock would be down, lock would be up. And then if you look on there, you just fit this to the shape on that. Okay, so this is how I put it on. This is lock. When I want to move it, I turn it down to unlock it. And this is how it's going to sit. It'll sit nicely. And just so you can see the back, it'll just lean on that, and that's your stand. Okay? So then we're going to turn this around. So you have your USB for a USB stick. Okay? And you know what those are. I have a bunch of them, and I'm going to show you what they look like. I have a whole bunch. See? They're little ones like this. They can look like this. They can look like this. So you should know some of them have a top, some of them you just push in. That's a USB stick. You would put it in there. And then This would probably be for a video card, an SD card. So if you're not sure what things are, and like I said, I'm just looking at this with you, so I'm learning as we go together. Okay, so it's a mini USB. You have a SD. So this is for an SD card, a SanDisk card. And I'm going to show you what that looks like. See? And that would fit in that spot. So this would be the SD card. This would be the USB. And this is another smaller USB. Over here is the DC in. This is where you're going to plug your AC, okay? Over here is if you wanted some headphones. There's a little headphone symbol. You plug it right there. Okay, so now I have this here. I'm not going to plug it in yet, but this is how long the cord is. It's very, very long, and I'm going to read a little more about it to you. Okay, so here are your control buttons, but you also have a remote, and I'll go through that as well. So here you would be, this is the on-off button, okay? And this is the menu. So you're going to plug your AC in there, and then of course to an outlet, and it gives you a pretty long cord. And then you turn it on, and then you get pictures. This is what you're going to see when you first turn it on. And it has all these photos, music, video, calendar, your browser, and settings, okay? And then when you go to the back, you could also use the control buttons to move to what you want. So for instance, here I go, pressing the left, and I press that. And then I press the other button, see, and it's scrolling and it's highlighting each one. And then it's going to calendar. And then I'll go the other way. And it goes to pictures. So those are right here, left and right. And then you got up and down, okay? That's if you're going to control it by the picture frame itself. So I'm just going to kind of lay this down. Next thing you're going to have is your remote control, okay? Now they give you batteries for it. This will be the back, and then it's going to go in here. So I'm going to go ahead and put the batteries inside there. So they go ahead and give you 2 AAA batteries for your remote. And then you're going to put them in here the correct way, make sure, and then we're going to close that up, okay? So now you have your remote ready, so you don't have to mess with the back of it, okay? But it gives you 2 options. So that's really good. And what I'm going to do is, in your booklet, you should have your remote control diagram, what everything is. Okay, so this will be your on-off. Below it will be your setup, just like the gear over here is your settings and setup. Then you have a calendar, okay, right here, just like you would choose here. And then you have your volume, which would be right here, your left and your right for up or down volumes. It would be left to right. Then you have, if you want to skip to next or previous, the down would be the next, this would be the previous, going back, up and down. And then you have your pause play right here. Okay, and then exit over here, you press that to exit. Then if you want your photos to show, you press this. But if you'd rather have videos on your, then you press this. And then below, it's just to mute. If you didn't want any talking on your videos, if you didn't want any music in the background, you would press that to mute it. So if you just wanted the photos and videos to show. And it's very easy to navigate. And look, it's all there and it points to everything and will explain to you what you need to do, okay? Then I'm going to shut it off using my remote. Okay, so it went off. Now I'm going to power it on using my remote. Give it a second. That's what you're going to see when it turns on, and then it goes to that, okay? It goes right to your pictures because that's what it's set on. It was set on the photos, okay? And I don't have a USB in. I don't have a USB stick in as of yet, okay? So the next thing we're going to go through So in the booklet, it'll tell you what files it supports. It'll say file format support. It'll tell you about the main features, support thumbnail browsing, picture display with multiple windows, background music, and picture display. So if you want to have some background music with pictures, you could set that all up and stick your USB in there, and there you go. And then it has Then to personalize your setting, it has a whole bunch more. So I want to show you everything that it does. But the booklet tells you a lot. If you want to enjoy your music, you could press the music on the remote control to play music directly. Okay, so now I have a USB stick in the USB port, and I've got my remote, and you're going to see me moving things. See? So I'm going to go into my settings and you hit OK. So let's see. You're going to look at all that you want. If you want it brighter, you can do that. You can change all that stuff. If you want to go to photo, you could have your music on or keep it off. You could have full speed. You could have display ratio. So I want to see what the full screen is. Slide speed, you can change that. You could have it on random. You could have clock. So I'm going to stick it on full scale. Hit OK. Now I'm going to go back. Calendar setup, I can set up my calendar if I want to the correct date. Video setup, music setup, and again, the back button is right here. So if I want to get out of this, I'll go like that. Go back to that. So I want to show you, there's my USB stick in the USB port. So here I am showing you one of my jewelry tutorials that are actually on my YouTube site. And you can have that all playing in the background. So I was showing you how I was making it. And you could just choose it now. Say I didn't want that. I'm going back. And I'm going to just look through my videos. And these are all the videos that I made. And now, say I didn't want that. I want to get out of here. Hit the back button. And so that's pretty much how you get that going. Now, for music, if you have any music on your USB, you go here and you pick it. Now for the next thing, and you can use your remote for a variety of anything. So I want to go over here back to settings. And for the photo setup, you can do all these things. You can do an effect. It says slideshow effect. I don't know if you're seeing that. Slideshow effect. Photo random slide with the clock on side. Display mode. And your display ratio. Okay, so I'm going to let you hear some music now. I selected music and I have some sound effects on here. That's a dream sound effect. And let's go down. It's a no copyright song, so I can play it on YouTube. And then you can have the volume up or down. So I can add this to pictures if I want. Here's another one. These are all copyright free. And then I just keep scrolling. Otherwise it'll just, finish playing your song. So if you wanted to add some nice music to pictures, you can have that going and your pictures in the background. Okay, so now if I wanted a special effect, I'm trying to get this so you can see it. It says chessboard, fly in, cut, erase, random, reverse, cube, or off, and then you go back. I picked random. I'm going to pick fly in. And now I'm going to hit OK. I'm going to hit OK for that. I'm going to go back. Okay, so I have my USB stick in there. You can use any kind you want, or you can use one of your cards, the SD cards. So now I'm going to stick the power on. And that's going to say that, then it'll switch to the menu. And then your pictures will start to show. But I don't want that right now, so I want to go to my settings. So I'm going to hit the back button. And now I'm going to scroll to my browser. And the browser's right there. So I hit it and click it. And now what I do is I can pick the folder inside of my USB stick rather than playing every single thing, every single photo that you have. Now you choose either photos or videos. So what I did was I made a specific folder. I chose that and click OK. And then now all the photos in there. Now you can make this full size, or you could just keep it on the original size of each photo. Now I'm keeping it with the original size. And this is how it's working, and you could have different transitions as well. So just to back it out a little. But this is a really nice, clear picture. And it comes out nice resolution, is very high resolution. And again, if you don't want it original size, you can make it full size. So that's how you would pick your folder. Then to get out of this, just press the back button, which is right here. That's the back button. And then back button again and again to get out and go to the main menu. You can also set up, if you wanted to bring this in your office, whether at home or at work. It has a picture slideshow. Again, you pick the folder, you have your time, and you can set the calendar date. You just go into your settings and then go to the calendar, and I will show you how you do that. I'm going to get out of this, and you would just go to your settings, and then where it says calendar setup, and then you have all the things to choose from here. And you could use this as an alarm clock too. So if you don't have a clock, or if you'd rather have this as a clock, you can use this one beside your bed, and you could have pictures and photos of, and you could have photos and you could have videos right there. And you pick the folder in browser, which folder, and you'll have your pictures showing you right beside, and set your alarm, and you can put the sound as low or as loud as you like, and use this as an alarm clock as well. So that's just another option that you can do with this DigiFrame. It's more than just a photo frame, videos, music, calendars, and clock. It has everything. Okay, so there's something else you can do with this. You're going to go to settings. Now you can either click settings on your remote right here, or you can click it on the screen right here. So I'm clicking it. I'm going to go to photo setup, hit OK, which is the center button, and then you see that you scrolling. When you hit the right button, then you go scrolling. So now the ratio, I put it to scale. So this is what you can do. You go on there, you hit OK, you then hit the right button right here, right here after you hit OK, and that highlights it. And then you hit the right button again, and you can change it for original size, scale, full screen, and that's what it goes. But I picked scale because I prefer the look of it better than the full size. So now I want to get out of here, and I'm just going to hit the back button again. That's here. And there we go. And now I'm going to go to photos. And again, you could hit photos on your remote control, which is right here, or on the screen here using your remote. Hit OK. So you have two different choices. So this is on scale right now. If it was full, it would be a little stretched out and blurry. Some of your pictures, depending on the resolution. When you put it on original, it goes to the original size of your picture. So I'm looking for a particular folder, so you go to the browser, and I put my folders in here so that you can set a different folder just for the photos you want instead of playing every photo on your stick. So I went ahead and made the folder, and then click OK, and it'll start playing your photos. So this is on scale. If it was full, it would go here, but it would stretch it. Original is fine also. And it's a nice clear picture. So you have your choice of the different sizes that you'd like. If you weren't happy with it if you weren't happy with it on full, go ahead and put it on original or scale. Now scale will make it as full as it can without kind of warping it, making it look stretched out. But whatever you like, and that's how it looks. And it's easy to do, and you have the controls all on your remote as well as on the screen and on the back of the picture frame. And you can make this bright or darker. You can mess with the contrast and all of that. And you just have to do that by going into your settings. And that's it. So this is a 10-inch window screen. It's multifunction, does so many fun things. It's of really great quality, and I could definitely recommend this to anyone looking for a digital picture frame that plays videos and has a multifunction to it. You could play music and it sounds really good, and has a remote control as well as if you want to just control it from the back. I would definitely get this as a gift for somebody or for myself, because you could take this into the office. if you're missing someone, your pets, your children, or your significant other or family members, you can have videos playing and muted so you're not disturbing anyone around you, or you could just have a slideshow of pictures and multiple different effects. You could change the brightness, the resolution, and a number of things. And it does even play GIFs. So if you have those little moving pictures, depending on how big it will be, you can have that. It's just a lot of fun to play with, and it's really a nice thing. You can get some USB or an SD, and you can post so many different things on there and just have fun and play with it. And the user guide is pretty explainable. And the user guide is really easy, and it explains a lot, gives you a diagram, points to all the functions on here as well as all the functions on your remote. They give you batteries with it. So all in all, I could definitely say I really love this DigiFrame. I really recommend it, and it is of great quality. It's come in white as well as black, so if your preference is white rather than black, then go choose that. So I really love this. I'm gonna go play with this. So you can play around with it and have fun with all the different features and the special effects that you can do, and just fill up your USB stick, stick it in, and go ahead and turn this on and have fun. So there it is. It's all in one. You can't beat it. Go ahead and check it out. So go ahead and click that link below this video in the description box and go order yourself one. So thanks for watching. Bye.